putting these venues together, bringing in the television production crews, and staging these great events for World Archery. So congratulations to the team from China. Now we'll find out who's going to win the gold medal. Will it be the United States, the USA, seeded #1 after qualifying this week here in Wroclaw, Poland? The United States getting to this gold medal match, topping Turkey 6-0. Then they jumped over Japan 6-2 and beat China 5-1.
They were shooting very well on that eliminations day. I was watching all the matches and joking around with our coach that they're out shooting our men. And they were out shooting our men. And let's see how that carries over today.
And the bright lights are on and the cameras are rolling. Let's meet the team from the United States. From right to left, the veteran on this team, Khatuna Lorig of the United States, and we'll get into her story in just a moment. In the middle, it's Mackenzie Brown out of Flint, Texas. Now trains out in California in Chula Vista. And the third member of the team is Lenola Prichard, 20 years of age, ranked 47th in the world. So we get set now for the introduction of the team from Georgia, seeded third after qualifying this week. The team from Georgia making their way out onto the field of play, and it's Georgia with a 5-3 win over Iran in the 1/8 round, a 5-1 victory over Germany in the quarterfinals, and finally a 6-0 win over Italy in the semifinals. Strong team from Georgia, and we will meet them right now. In the middle is Christina Essa Bua. Kristina Essa Bua, 30 years of age, and a terrific archer with a terrific track record. The 41-year-old Khatuna Narimanidze and Yulia Lobzhenidze complete the trio for Georgia. Now the interesting backstory here, Zach, as you well know, is the fact that Khatuna Lorig in her career has represented 3 different countries in 5 different Olympiads. And back in '92, she represented the Soviet Union in Barcelona. Then in '96 and 2000, she represented Georgia. So she's essentially shooting against a nation that she represented at 2 Olympic Games.
Yeah, I'm sure that's pretty emotional, but you get onto the field here and you're competitors, and she knows that. She's a tough competitor, so I think that all ties are broken when you step onto the shooting line.
That was then, this is now.
Yep.
And right now, Lenola Prichard will get the party started. Lenola Prichard, 20 years of age.
Every team so far has started off with a left arrow.
Which tells you?
It tells me that I'll aim right. I don't really know why. I assume that either there's something with the wind, or like I was saying earlier, the field being a little uneven. It was slanted down to the left-hand side when we were walking it earlier.
So Khatuna Lorig is high, but to the right side. And here's Mackenzie Brown, who's also 20 years old. And Mackenzie in the 9 ring. We'll see Mackenzie later on today in the women's gold medal match. Now, the team from Georgia. Yulia Lobzhenidze.
9 or 10.
I think that one's just out. It's a tough camera angle, but.
The leader of the pack, Christina Essa Bua, 30 years of age. Silver medalist at the 2011 World Championships in Torino. And she is followed by Khatuna Narimanidze, who shot in the Beijing and Athens Olympic Games.
7.
All even after 3.
Not the strong shot that Narimanidze was hoping for. So tied at 25, midway through this first set. If you're just joining us, China took the bronze medal in the opening set, knocking off Italy 6-2.
Good job.
Right on the line.
9-2.
Counts as 9 for Lenola Prichard, who attended 4 high schools, 2 in Utah, 1 in California, finished up online. Got to do what you got to do when you're in the sport, don't you, Zach?
Yeah, archery has you travel a lot.
Not the traditional way to go to high school.
No, I had it pretty lucky because my school was pretty cool with me traveling around for things, but I've heard stories about people having a hard time.
Well, Khatuna didn't have a hard time with that shot.
Mackenzie didn't think that one was good, but went in.
We'll find out if it's good enough. Lobzhenidze, 37 years of age, lobs one into the 7 circle. 7 ring, I should say.
Looks like Mackenzie's 9 was good enough. Even 2 10s here couldn't tie it.
Interesting to watch Esebua. She was looking up as she was
I saw that
drawing.
on her first arrow. I was trying to figure out what she's looking at.
What is she looking at? She's trying to gauge the
I
wind?
couldn't tell you. When I'm stepping up there to shoot, my eye focus doesn't leave the target, but it looks like as she's setting up, she's looking up at her limb is some kind of indicator there.
So the set definitely does go to the USA as they win it rather handily. Just good, strong, solid shooting. The best shot of that set from Khatuna Lorig on her second arrow. Found the 10 ring. In fact, that's the only 10 so far here in this first set. And as a result, the United States will take a 2-0 lead. Hopefully we'll get a chance to watch that. Esebua is the archer in the middle. She's wearing the hat with the yellow insignia on it. And Esebua certainly has great credentials, so I'm not questioning her by any stretch of the imagination, but I've not seen that before.
No, I haven't. The only thing I can think of is that she's looking up to see if her bow is canted to one way or the other. So if you have your bow and the top limb's tilted to the right, your arrows will hit further to the right. If it's tilted to the left, they'll hit further to the left. So I'm wondering if she's checking to see if her limb is straight up and down.
Well, that seems like a lot of information to try to process and get a shot off in time.
Yeah. That's I just kind of hold it up there and assume that it's good enough.
Chris Marsh and Thomas Aubert in deep conversation here in Wroclaw, Poland. As we get set to head to the second set of this gold medal match, Recurve Sunday. And Georgia trailing in the match, shooting first on target number 2, and it's a 9 for Lobzhenidze. Lobzhenidze, team bronze medalist at the World Championships in New York City way back in 2003. Now here's Esebua.
And watching right there, she was, as she was starting her draw even, she was still looking at her top limb.
Finally locked her eyes on that target, but only able to get it into the 8 ring. Now Narimanidze. So a 7 for Narimanidze, whose only World Cup medal came in 2008, a team bronze at stage 1 in the Dominican Republic. So she has plenty of incentive. Of course, every one of these archers, highly incented. Motivated, driven. What a shot. Lenola Prichard puts it right where she wants it. Now Khatuna Lorig. Competed for the USA at the 2008 Games in Beijing, where she finished 5th individually. That one drifts on her a little bit.
If you look at the holes on their target, though, they're primarily to the right. They only have 2 arrows left to center so far.
Here's Mackenzie. Mackenzie Brown.
Good job. Just out of 10.
And again, I think she wasn't so sure when she let it go.
She willed it into the 10, though. She said, get up, and it went up.
10-9-8, yes.
Yeah, that always works for me when I'm at the bowling alley. Little body English.
Yep.
10.
Maybe the best shot so far of the day for Georgia. From Yulia Lobzhenidze.
You're not low, you're just right. Yeah. Height is good for three of you.
Esebua bangs one home into the 9 ring.
Okay, you have whole minute here.
Now Narimanidze, who's a trainer at a sports academy in Georgia.
Nice, strong shot. Wind is
So
about the
Georgia
same.
at the mercy of the Americans right now. 3 strong shots coming up right here, and the USA can put this set away and take a commanding 4-0 lead in the match. Lenola Prichard, who started off this set with a 10. Can she come up with another one?
Good.
Yes.
X right in the middle.
Pair of 10s for Pritchard
One more.
here in this second set. You can just see the confidence oozing out of her right now.
Good, 9-liner.
Right on the line for Khatuna Lorig.
Nice strong shot. 10 seconds.
Not a lot of time left for Mackenzie Brown. Under the gun, gets it away. It's an 8, but 8's enough.
8 is enough.
8 is enough for the United States.
Great shooting by Lenola on that set. Really set the pace well. Like I said in the last match, so important to have a 10 on that first shot, a 10 or a 9. When you can put a 10 in there and your team feels confident, that first shot is so important.
It's a big lift psychologically, no question about that.
Yep.
Lenola Prichard with a pair of 10s in that second set for the USA. And the USA now leading 4-0 on set points in Georgia in dire straits. And you can tell just looking at the expression right there. Difficult spot to be in. All you can do is take it one step at a time at this point. Try to win that next set.
Yep.
Then worry about what happens after that.
Yeah, you can't think about the whole match all at once. It doesn't do you any good. Not when it's one set at a time.
So the United States trying to pick up the gold medal here in women's recurve on a Sunday morning in Wroclaw, Poland. Here on the grounds of Centennial Hall. Beautiful fountain to our left. And the great local organizing committee here in Poland. Our final year here in Poland. Hopefully we'll come back someday, but we've had great hospitality for the 3 years we've been coming here with the World Cup. So Georgia trailing 4-0 as we head to the third set. Not the start that they were looking for.
And you can see her expression as she comes off the line. She's not excited about that arrow.
Looking up first, yeah.
Yeah.
Esebua looks up, looks down, locks her eyes on that target, finds the 10 ring.
There you go. That's the shot she was hoping for.
Bottom line is it works.
Yeah, it does.
It works for her.
As long as you can do it consistently.
Got her a silver medal at the World Championships in 2011. She also finished 9th in Copenhagen just 2 weeks ago at the World Championships. So Christina Essa Bua, very strong archer. And after that 7 by Lobzhenidze, Esebua and Narimanidze come up with strong shots. Can Lenola Prichard keep the streak going? Almost.
Yeah, keeps it in the 9.
She's been in or right around that 10 ring all morning long. Now here's Khatuna Lorig, the woman who taught Jennifer Lawrence how to shoot for the Hunger Games.
9 at 4. 9 at 4.
USA trying to make quick work of Georgia here in this gold medal match. And Mackenzie Brown getting a chance to get a feel for the lay of the land She gets set for her gold medal match this afternoon.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity to get shoot in the morning here. Give her more confidence going into that next match later. All square after 3.
Georgia fighting back.
9 or 10, too close to call.
Lobzhenidze with a much better effort than her first shot of this set. Esebua looking up, looking down, looking 70 meters downstream, almost got it in there.
9.
So close, yet so far.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a 9.1 or a 9.9. It's still a 9.
Still a 9. Narimanidze.
10.
No doubt about it.
Nice strong shot.
So the USA will need 3 straight 10s to wrap up the match here in this set.
Good.
First one.
First one.
Excellent.
They only need another 10 and a 9. A tie will win it for them.
That's true.
Still easier said than done.
Khatuna connects.
10.
One more.
9 to win.
A 9 to take it away.
So a 9 for the
strong
win.
shot.
Comes
Plenty of
down to
time.
Mackenzie Brown. Young lady out of Texas. Lines it up. Got it. Got the 10, got
Good
the win,
shot.
got the gold.
That's got to feel good.
And now, gold medal winners. Team USA defeating Georgia.
A great display of shooting by the Americans here in this third set. After Georgia had picked up the pace,
They fight back with 3 straight 10s.
and Khatuna Lorig congratulating the archers from the country she once represented in 2 Olympic Games. I was talking with Mel before the match, and he wasn't sure, but this may have been the first time that Khatuna has gone up against Georgia in a medal match. It's likely that it's happened in
Yeah, I bet it is.
the elimination rounds, but from what we understand, it could be the first time that she's gone up against Georgia. So I'm sure that this is a meaningful moment for Khatuna Lorig as the
I'm sure it is.
Americans pose.
I know that she wanted to see them shoot well.